Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Could you just go on mute for a minute? Good evening, everyone. I am Senator Roxanne Persaud, and welcome to our Women's History Month member webinar. It is our pleasure to have this conversation, and this evening, as we continue the series of conversations that we've been having, we are going to be joined by a number of Assembly members. Assemblymember Jaime Williams, representing the 59th Assembly District, Assemblymember Walker, representing the 55th Assembly District, Assemblymember Chandler-Waterman, representing the 58th Assembly District, and Assemblymember Lucas, representing the 60th Assembly District. Our conversation this evening, it's about impact and change, conversation, community, and collaboration. And these Assembly members are going to tell you their journey, and we're going to talk about that. But before we start, I want to remind you of some things. You know, as we're talking about collaboration, change, having the conversation, etc., I want to talk about something, just to give you a few quotes here. It tells you, it says, alone we plan, together we build wonders. And that's Marian Ellis said that. Collaboration multiplies talent. It does not divide us. Ethan Brooks said that. And the smallest helpful gesture for many creates monumental change. Sophia Alvarez said that. And when hands join together, burdens become bridges. Dr. Priyashaw said that. And so that's what we're all about here as we're talking Women's History Month and women legislators. We're talking about change, conversation, community, and collaboration. So again, it's my pleasure as we're celebrating Women's History Month. I hope you've been joining us in the numerous conversations that we've had. And this one here is a very special one because these are my colleagues who are joining me this evening for this conversation. So, as I said, you know, these are the members who are joining us. And I'm just going to ask each of them to briefly introduce themselves and tell us, you know, something fun about them and how they got here. Our conversation this evening our time is limited. So I am going to start with in numerical order based on the district. Assembly Member Walker. I thought I saw Assembly Member Walker just a minute.
Hey, everyone. Walker, wow.
And she's representing the 55th Assembly District. And she's going to tell us about herself and how she got to this point. So welcome, Assembly Member.
Thank you so much for having me, Senator Persaud. Since my last name is Walker, I'm 5'9", 5'10". I never get to go first. And so I am so honored. Thank you. The benefit of being the double nickel district. So, of course, I want to send a special shout out to your staff and thank you so much for having me here. And I want to extend greetings to my fellow colleagues who are joining us as well. So in terms of getting here, so my funny story was I was supporting other folk when I initially decided to run for office. Well, before deciding. The seat opens up and there are a number of people who had expressed an interest. I just had a baby girl. So I was like, you know, I can't do this. I'm still breastfeeding and I'm doing all the things. And so I don't think that this is the right time for me to run for office. I had been working for Congresswoman Yvette Clarke. And during that moment, I was doing petitioning for her. And so when I was going to many of the folk in the community to say, you know, can you carry these petitions? Can you help me get some signatures? They were like, don't bring me another petition unless your name is on it. And I was like, me? You got to be kidding me. But the first thing that I did was, I said, well, let's not have this conversation right here and right now. I went and had a conversation with Congresswoman Clark, of course, with PDPA, our club, Progressive Democratic Political Association. And I was like, look, folk are talking to me about running for office. I don't know, what to do here. And they're like, run. And I'm like, well, I have this baby. And they're like, give us the baby and you go run for office and take care of the community. And so I was reared up by amazing women. I was supported by women throughout my entire process. There were women who were encouraging me to run for office. And so I am honored, of course, to be a bold, beautiful, and magnificent woman. And my sort of fun fact is that I just shared this with someone the other day. When I was graduating from Brooklyn Tech, I was voted class clown.
Hmm. And here you are today. Here you
Yes.
are today. All right. Well, thank you for that. Now we'll go to Assembly Member Chandler-Waterman, who represents the 58th Assembly District. And she's going to tell us how she got here and a fun fact.
Thank you, Sandra, so much for having this wonderful Woman History, Her Story Month, and to all my colleagues. So I never wanted to run for office. My family has told me that elected officials are crooks and you should never listen to them. But I met some amazing elected officials. I had Assemblymember Nick Perry at the time and Councilmember Jamani Williams, and saw the great work they were doing. I started like organizing because I had a daughter. I have 4 children. And when 24 years ago, when I had my first one, I was like, I don't like the way things are happening in our community. I just didn't want to complain about it. I was told by Assemblymember Nick Perry to join the community board. I was told by a council member to do this and do that. And as I kept on going and organizing, when the council member was leaving, he was saying, hey, you know what's going to happen when I leave? You should definitely run. I was like, no, I ain't trying to do that. But then I was told, like, then you're going to just complain about what's happening. And I'm always a person that it's an issue, I'm going to find a solution. I said, you know what? I definitely will run. I didn't win the first time, but I had the amazing Assembly member Nick Perry, who got chosen by Biden to be the ambassador to Jamaica, and with his mentorship and his support, I was able to get elected. So just by organizing, being part of the community, doing best for my kids, but I know if I just work on just my household, it's not enough. I had to work on everyone in the community. So I just decided to organize and do daycare and all those different things that got me here. So one fun fact, I'm saying something that you don't know, because y'all know I love to dance. I love to draw and do hair.
Oh.
So yes.
Okay. Well, thank you for that.
Yes.
Now we'll go to Assemblymember Williams, who represents the 59th Assembly District.
Well, thank you so much, Senator, for having this conversation this afternoon. I feel like I can relate to my colleagues on here. When I started off at Kingsborough Community College, I was going there to become a nurse, because prior to that, I was a nurse's aide and also worked in childcare as well. So my family was very, very excited, for me to become a nurse. And I remember, going through my classes and so forth, I met this gentleman by the name of Henry Bolus, who was just taking some classes. He was from the community. I think Henry was at the time was in his 70s, right, Roxanne?
Yeah.
So I was just like, wow, like, I need to get to know this person. And we started talking and so forth. And, the professors there was like, I don't see you as becoming a nurse. I see you taking care of this city. I'm just like, what are you guys talking about? And it was the year that former Governor Patterson, became the governor of New York State. And I was just like, no way. And this Professor Juno, was just like, no, you're not going into the nursing program. You're going to finish up these courses in human resources. You're going to go for your bachelor's and then go get your master's. I'm just like, what are you seeing? Anyways, I remember having to go before Kingsborough Community College. In those days, you had to tear your application before them. So I did that. And, taking those classes, my friendship with Henry Bolus, he was just like, yeah, you got to come down to our club. We have this political club down there. I'm just like, what are you talking about? He's just like, you live in Canarsie, right? I was like, yeah. So I went down to their Christmas party. And, I met Roxanne, I met Frank Sedio, so many other different people. And from that day, became very involved and, became very friendly with Roxanne. Roxanne worked at St. Francis College at the time, and then I worked at Catholic Charities. So it was just like, we were in each other's company all the time.
Yep,
So
our doors were next to each other.
correct.
The back doors.
So, I started off at Kingsborough to tell you all of this, thinking that I was going to become a nurse. And, two people actually changed my path in my life. Henry Bolus and Professor Juno. These two individuals, they saw something that I didn't see. And, and even with Senator Persaud as well, I became her chief of staff and she opened that door as well. So I'm always very thankful for her as well. So that's my path here. And, I'm the assembly member representing our 59th Assembly District. And a fun fact about me, well, one might be boring, which is fishing. I love fishing. But the other one, I enjoy a good bull riding show.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, the things you find out about people. Thank you for that.
Yes.
And now we're going to the 60th Assembly District, Assemblymember Lucas.
Senator, you skipped yourself.
No, I didn't. I went in the order that I announced. Go ahead.
Okay, so I am Assemblywoman Nikki Lucas, and I represent the 60th Assembly District, which is Eastern York, Brownsville, Canarsie. I think I got started because my parents were always involved in politics, and we actually, as kids, my sisters and I, we had to get out there and pass out flyers and stuff when we were younger. Like, I think I remember as early as like maybe 8 years old. And I just learned later in life that my dad actually ran for assembly as an independent in the Bronx years ago. So that was like really exciting to learn. But I was just helping out people, like helping out like other electeds. I also owned a store in the community. And I would always like donate to different events and really help out different elected officials because that's all I needed you to do. And then one day I was talking to one of the district leaders, which was Carol Faison at the time. I don't know if y'all remember.
Yeah.
Carol Faison. And she said that she wasn't, going to be running for the district leader seat. And, I'm interested in that because I just wanted to help people. That's all I wanted to do. I didn't think about getting paid. I was just doing all types of stuff. And so I went around and I asked, some of the different leaders in the community, like Ed Towns and Costa Headley and, all of these different folks. And be quite honest with you, I'm not even really sure that they took me seriously. And a couple of them, including my mom, was like, don't get into politics. Don't get into politics. It's a dirty game. And so I felt like I saw it very differently because I saw it just as helping people. And I also had, as a store owner, I had some ideas that I was also going to people with, like some of the elected officials. And I didn't think they were getting the ideas that I had. So I was like, you know what? Let me try this out. So between all of those different things that was happening, I just decided that I would run for district leader. I lost the first time. And the first time that I won, Senator, was when you and I ran together. I don't know if you remember that. We ran together. We knocked doors together. And that was the first race that I won. And I was excited to do that because a lot of the politics, a lot of people that were around was like kind of like mostly men that were like dominating the scene. So to kind of come into the fold of things and win it with you was like pretty cool. I ended up like losing it the following year and then getting it back again later down the line. So
Tell us a
my
fun fact.
journey the fun fact, I'm gonna go on the lines of Assemblymember Walker. When I asked a lot of questions. I asked a lot of questions. So in high school, they actually put in my yearbook, you know how they put all these different sayings about people.
Uh-huh.
They put Nikki Lucas only had one question.
Meaning that you asked a gazillion of them.
Exactly.
Uh-huh. Well, thanks for that. Thanks for that. So,
thank you, Sarah, for putting this together because this is amazing. I love it. Thank you.
you're welcome. So all of you know, I started in the assembly and now I'm in the Senate, and we all work together, and it's about what are we bringing to our community to make sure we change that community. You talked about us all walking, all of us have walked the streets, knocking on doors, doing the things because we believe in our community. I remember, the other day a picture popped up of Assembly Member Latrice Walker and I, Pitkin Avenue. We were doing, talking to people, and it was raining. She had on a poncho. I think it's a yellow poncho. I don't, this picture popped up from somewhere. And, and I'm standing there with the umbrella. So these are the things that we do because we know what we have to do to make sure our communities are better. And as we were celebrating Women's History Month, we have to continue to uplift each other. Too often women are not seen as being able to move things along. They're not given the credit that they should be given because we're still living in a male-dominated world. We're still in a male-dominated profession. We're changing a lot of that, but we still have a lot to go, a far way to go. So I'm going to ask each of you a question, and then I want all of you to think about this, because I'm going to ask each of you to ask the other one a question that you want answered. So, and I'm going to tell you who you're going to ask the question to, right? So start thinking of the question that you want to ask somebody. You don't know yet who you're going to ask this question to. You're going to ask that question, and they have to give you an honest answer. All right? You guys ready? Are you ready? Good, we're ready. So I'm going to start with Assemblymember Williams. Your experience is in counseling clients, DV, etc. Can you tell us how has your experience as a counselor shaped your understanding of the impact that meaningful conversation can have in driving change in the community? Your background, you're a social worker. You didn't tell everybody that, but you're a social worker, right? And so how do you relate that social work background to the conversations in the community to drive change?
Right. Thank you so much for asking that question. First, I would say, having the social work background was really important, number one. Number two, it, made me develop, patience, a lot of patience, and also having a lot of empathy and really meeting, at the time, clients where they were, right? And in this world, sometimes it's so easy to become judgmental and so forth. And I think with that skill, it have helped me along the way, because you spoke about domestic violence, right? And we know domestic violence, it happens, not just only with women, but also in some cases, men as well. And being able to go through counseling with them, being the social worker there for them, for in some instances, that was a matter, it was life-changing. For one instance, it was a life and death situation. When I worked at Safe Horizon out of the Family Justice Center in Queens, I was doing a group counseling, and at that time, this person who was a DV victim, they were in search for her abuser. and she was almost killed. And you know, I had to go through that motion. It was very horrific. And they found the abuser in another state. And apparently he had killed another person that he was with. And just having to be with her in that moment, and go through the process and so forth was just, you know, it was impactful to her. But, you know, for me, it was just like, damn, like, you know, this job is just like so much, because it's just like I'm thinking of my daughters. God forbid they're in a situation like that, right? And, you know, this specific person have children, and it's just like an onion with so many different layers, because domestic violence, substance abuse was involved as well. And that ultimately trickled down to the child, right? Affected the child's work in school and so forth. And for those of you who may know or who may not know, there is a program called SAPSIS. It's a substance abuse program, prevention intervention specialist that is in each of the schools. It's through the Department of Education. And that's a very important program, because it really helps the students there, because something can be happening in the home, but then when you know, that child goes to the school, they have to pass by that park, right? You don't know what's happening in that park. Probably it can be someone selling whatever, you know, and sometimes people and children need a place to, you know, to take that feeling and just like kind of paint like a blank picture. So for me, having that program in our schools is very important. It's a way as well of helping our community, because even when we interact with law enforcement, when there is a domestic violence call, and you know, you have law enforcement going into that particular setting, like what is happening there? And when we have children, you know, we have to make sure that people are educated. I know our law enforcement do have a substance abuse compartment to it. So all these things are really important, because when a parent have to run for their lives and go into a shelter, you know, then looking for some type of supportive housing, it's never easy. And, you know, for adults, you know, we try our best, right? But then for our children, if we don't have the right things in place, meaning, you know, good education, wraparound skills with law enforcement, or even our schools, because our schools, they are like a hub, you know, our teachers, you know, they spend most of the time with our children. So if we ensure that they have these SAPSIS program, counselors, guidance counselors, social workers in our school, I think that's important and that's critical. And I know, Senator, you are the chair of social services, you know, for the state, and you know how important this is for our children in our schools, because, you know, it goes hand in hand. Home, school, and our community. Because when you leave your home, you got to go through the community to our schools. And one of the other things before I finish, sorry, was even like the pot shops that was popping up, you know, very close to our schools. You know, myself and Senator Persaud have been on many little things with the sheriff's department, where you had bodegas selling simple things as gummies, right? Or Sour Patch Kids, but it was other stuff. So for me, taking that off the street was really important, because then I don't have to think of that child going into that bodega and everything at eye level was something other than candy. So.
Well, thank you for that.
Thank you.
Yep, we have done that walk through the community. Assemblymember Walker, tell us, you know, you've invested a lot of time in mentorship. You know, you're always talking, you know, we've heard you talk about my babies, the kids in the communities are your babies, right? And so you've mentored a number of them. Can you discuss why mentorship is so important, isn't such an important resource for our youth? And also, how can you characterize the impact mentorship has on the trajectory of their lives? You know,
Wow.
you know what we're talking about here.
Well, when I think about young people, I realize that, you know, even for myself as when I was a young person and an adult now, we didn't inherit the world from our ancestors. We're borrowing it from our future. And so everything it is that we are doing, we need to recognize that this experience we have, is on loan, right? And we have to deliver to them a world that was better than we found it.
Yeah.
And so that's like the baseline, for me. And then I think, the Bible also teaches us that every generation is weaker but wiser. And so with all of those things together, I think about all the women who invest in me, right? Even from the time when I was a little girl, there was a woman named Mama Queenie who used to send me to the store all the time. And whenever I would bring her back her change. You say, count that change, count it. And so, you're not realizing that, bam, lesson, there would be another woman, my Nana, who just recently passed away at the ripe age of 90 years old. She would do things like, do me a favor, take that chicken and put it in that flour and get that seasoning salt and then, stir these grits or, uh, put the oven on 350 degrees. And all of those little things is like, bam, they're teaching me how to cook. Then there's another woman, Lisa Kenner, who said to me, "Come get on this bus. I'm going up to Albany," and she still takes young people up to Albany.
Yeah.
I'm going up to Albany and I want you to come with me. And I'm like, all right, we're going to get on the bus and go to Albany. And I'm looking around and I'm like, man, I could do this, right? Or else other women like, Tish James, who was heavily involved with like the county organization and being this Black woman. I'm following Alika and her mom around to meetings. And I'm like, man, she's a lawyer and she's a Black woman. I, Maybe that's something I could be doing as well. And so you take apart all of the little things in that other people are pouring into you, and they might not even be thinking about how important the investments they're making in you. And then there are other women who are more intentional about their investment, women like Dee Bailey, who quite frankly, a lot of times I'll be like, "Ma, I don't think that's something I could do." You get up there and you do it and you stand there and you make sure. And so I realized that there are so many opportunities that I've been able to have that created this little girl who could be from the projects, whose parents are from South Carolina. My mom had an 8th grade education. My dad had a 6th grade education. And for me to go on in one generation, become an attorney. And so when I see young people, I do the same thing. I give them opportunities to intern in my office. If there's a situation involved with respect to the criminal justice system, even if their mom don't show up, I'm showing up. If their lawyer doesn't show up, you know what I'm doing. I'm representing them in court. If there are opportunities in the community that we can invest in, like one of the bills that I have is the Youth Justice Act. And that particular situation allows for young people to have more opportunities. We're investing in the Youth Innovation Fund. And so we know that there are very critical investments that are necessary because everyone tells young people no, but they don't give them anything to say yes to. So they told us it was a good idea to build a juvenile justice facility within our backyard, which is Crossroads. We never had a high school in our community, but they built a jail. And so they only fed us criminal justice, policing, justice, and no opportunity that went along with it. There was another facility, Ella McQueen, which was located in the district, which was a juvenile jail. We shut the jail down, and now we're working on how do we make that a place for young people aging out of foster care. because young people who come out of foster care show up in our district office in slippers and with their children in tow and without any place for them to go and no place to call home. And the first thing that we want to do is tell them to go into a homeless shelter. And so all of those things are the reason why we believe it's important to invest in young people directly. And then we also have a responsibility to invest in organizations, community-based organizations, who are doing a lot of these different things on the ground. And so I love young people. They keep me youthful. They share with me all of the things like the new lingo that the millennials have, or Gen Zers. And I share with them how to jump double dutch. And in that point, I get to talk to young girls about gang violence, right? We don't think about girls a lot of times when it comes to gangs. We know that boys were doing the knockout and they were, sometimes they may got to shoot someone in order to get into a gang, but how are girls getting into gangs? In those back exits, in those back stairwells, and they're being trafficked in our communities each and every day. And so we started an organization called Making It Hard Out Here for a Pimp, right? And so all of these different things that we're doing, because so many times young people are overlooked. We almost had a girls club over at 444 Thomas Boylan, but the dynamics around that didn't come to fruition, but we will keep on tracking. And so I will continue working, continue supporting Girls for Gender Equity and so many other organizations. And I love young people. And of course, it's something that we'll all do in partnership together.
That's right. Thank you for that. Yep, we have to ensure that we're mentoring our young people. Assemblymember Chandler-Waterman. So in 2008, you co-founded a nonprofit that provides for community with access to academics, cultural, health, violence prevention, etc. How do you think that support and the impact of community-based nonprofit organization, what do you think it has that on the community when you bring a nonprofit that has this plethora of services into a community that had been underserved, right? Yeah. And so now you're coming here, bringing all of these resources. What do you think? What do you know the impact is on the community?
Well, thank you for that question. I was thinking it's a very layered question. So the passion comes from, I would say, when people are from the community, they love the community. So mine came from when I had, well, I'll say from even younger. My father wasn't around as much. My mother worked 3 and 4 jobs. My grandparents was there. So she used to always take in people, help them. They do babysitting and support and helping parents. And I think a lot came from seeing that and seeing what was missing. So I always reflect on be the mentor you needed when you were younger. So when I had my daughter, I didn't like a lot of things that I saw. I didn't like the daycare facility, the ground. It was trash everywhere. I was like, this is dirty. I don't like it. But then God gave me this responsibility to bring this child into this world. And how do I make the place a better place? So coming from the passion of my love for the community, I didn't think I had to leave my community to make it better. I said, okay, let me organize a Black association. Then I'm going to clean up, the way things look. Then I'm going to start my own 24-hour daycare because there's parents that need untraditional hours. I was working 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. sometimes. The nurses, the doctors, the police department. So I said, I'm going to take in all these people. So just to share love of the community, and it was because, nonprofit is not about the money because you're not really getting paid and you don't get your money on time. It was just about being grassroots, local from the community. I went to PS 135. My mama went to PS 135. My 4 children went to PS 135. I got my first teaching career at PS 135, and I started after school programs at PS 135. A lot of communities-based organizations, local, grassroots in the community. They didn't just come here. So they're closer to the issue. So they're closer to the solution. They're person-centered. They're doing things that they feel that the community need. They went through the steps. They walked in the footsteps of a lot of our community members, and they just want to make sure that it's wraparound services and we really, truly, holistically taking care of the whole person. Because we just take care of a child, but you don't take care of the mother, the father, the grandparents, everybody in that household, then everybody suffers. So we have to get to the root of it, and the root is giving everybody wraparound services and doing that. I feel like when you deal with the government and the agencies, sometimes it feels like you're a number. is not centered. They're distant. They don't understand the nuances. Everything's about the red tape and bureaucracy. We're a nonprofit who's not getting funds for 5 or 10 years, struggling to make ends meet, will give their last to the community. And that's the difference between the local community-based grassroots organization to a government entity that's looking at the numbers, right, statistics and the measurements, and that's needed. But where's the compassion? Where's the love? Why are we doing this work? How do we make our community better? And if you don't live in the community, you're not feeling direct impact of it, you're not going to understand it. That's why we're fighting through these budgets, right? That's why we go on hunger strikes. That's why we're doing all these things to make sure we have resources come to the community, because we know what it needs. I think all of us come from that and understand that. So I would say that's the main difference in having those wraparound services. You start off for one thing and end up being a whole thing. I started 25 with child care facility. I remember keeping a child like over the weekend because the mom was in a domestic violence situation, and having codes with her and trying to watch her and getting the police involved to support her where the person didn't know that she was getting support. And I was able to catch on quick. And I was like, we need to do more. And then parents was having such a hard time paying for childcare as well. So we was like, okay, my husband and I at the time was like, okay, if we go the nonprofit route, it won't come out of the family's pocket. The government will help us. We didn't realize it was going to take so many years to procure funds and go through that stress. But that was the idea about how I'm doing that. And I think that's most people's ideas. And I'm glad I had great mentors in the space to help me get through that process. But thank you so much for that question.
Thank you. Assemblymember Lucas, you talked about your parents, their commitment to community, and walk us through how it shaped you and the passion, and how are you uplifting others in the community, and how are you working to develop leaders in the community?
Oh, that's a great question, Senator. So my parents really always instilled just giving back to the community, being civically engaged, making sure that we understood being servants. And it was interesting because my mom really heavily based in church, Christian. My dad was kind of a little bit more street, but very smart. And although they came from different backgrounds in terms of how they saw and approached life, they came to the same point of that it's extremely important for us to not just look at the community, not just complain about things, but to really invest in it in a way in which we are contributing to the elevation of our community. And it's not just us. It's not just about worrying about, my daughter or them worrying about their daughters or their children. It's about your neighbors. I still have to live with people. I still have to walk the streets. My mother, thank God, is still around, and I want the best from the community that I can get. I often tell people, and we're in this space, it requires a lot of volunteering, it requires a lot of help. But I always tell people that I don't want them to help me until I can see that they can help themselves. I want to be able to empower them to do better in life. You cannot help someone else if you're underwater. So any success that I see, that I have, that God has blessed me with tremendously because someone helped me, I have to make sure that I pay it forward and help someone else in that process. And that's why I ended up developing the People First Democratic Club. Because what was happening, I saw a lot of clubs around, but they were only kind of getting together during times when they wanted to elect a politician. But in the meantime, after the elections are over, people were still suffering from some of the same issues that they had when they were helping along with the process. And so the club was developed really and designed to really focus on issues that was happening in the community. And when inviting people like yourself and Congressman Jeffries, Latrice, Darlene, like everyone pretty much here has been to the club. It was about developing partnerships with my colleagues to talk about how we can best help the community. And I feel like we were successful at that. And that's why it's always important and in these spaces. And that's why I love what you put together here, because it honestly shows the relationship in the unity that if we're not working together, not a whole lot can get done. And if that's not the message that we're sending out to our community members, how do we ask for something that we're not willing to do ourselves? So just being able to work together in unison, whether it's us as women and our other colleagues, whether it's across the aisle as Republicans, as Democrats, just as a human race, we have to be the example. And I think that that's what my parents taught us throughout my entire life. That's what they not only said, but they showed us. My mother would always say, I would open the door for people and they wouldn't say thank you. And my mother said, that's okay. You're still going to do it because it has nothing to do with who you are as a person. You still have to remain the person that I raised you to be. And that's how I move into my entire life. I just want to be an example to others. I want to be respectful to my seniors. I want to make sure that they are acknowledged and they're seen. I want to make sure that the community has an entire voice and that I'm not just doing and acting in a silo or independent, but I'm working collectively, not only with my colleagues, but my community. And I think that's pretty much what I've received. And I'm thankful to God just for using me as a vehicle and surrounding me around others that he's using as a vehicle as well to advance our community.
Well, thank you for that. So I'm going to ask all of you this question, right? So tell me, and we're going to start with Assemblymember Williams. Can you talk about what's the importance of collaboration among women elected leaders?
It's extremely important. Just as we're having this conversation here, it shows unity, it shows strength, especially in today's world where, a few decades ago, this wasn't the norm, especially for people that look like us, right? So having these relationships, these partnerships is important into reaching out to our community and, setting the example, right? For others to follow. I also see in the Facebook question, there was a question from Kamala as to which kind of like ties into your question, Senator Persaud, about how can local government better support women balancing entrepreneurship, family, and community leadership. On behalf of myself and all of you here, as elected officials in the state, you guys know how hard we work into strengthening MWBE legislation for minority-owned businesses by women, and being able to get that through the finish line. Also, funding organizations, whether it's like Brooklyn Chamber of Commerce or any other entity that actually helps these small businesses, and having that open conversation with these business owners is really important. And we talk about partnering on the level of each of us as elected officials, but also partnering with these organizations that's in the community that is woman run. So I think, working together, of course, always shows such a united front, and it takes us to set the example for the younger generation to be a part of that.
Thank you. Now, Assemblymember Walker, same question.
Yeah, so I didn't mean to put my hand up. But either way, okay, cool beans. So I have this, I guess, kind of unique perspective as it relates to women sort of working with other women. Um, because I guess I sort of keep very close to a sister circle of women elected officials, including Congresswoman Yvette Clarke, of course, our Attorney General Letitia James, DA Darcel Clarke, Council Member Vanessa Gibson, former Council Member Alika Samuel, former Speaker, now future Lieutenant Governor Adrian Adams, and our former Commissioner, former City Council person Lori Cumbo. And so it's like whenever there's like a I need to knock my head against the wall kind of a moment, we knock against one another. And it's almost like a kind of Motley's crew, because sometimes we are as different as we are the same. And so it's not like while it's a loving situation, it's not always, easy. Sometimes it's tough love, right? Because some of the things that I'm going through, they've already been through it. And it's a conversation about, as they would say, put your big girl, you know what's on,
Yep.
and get out there and face it. And everybody will have their own different way that they approach things. Like, for instance, our AG is more on the, okay, well, she's the organizer of the crew. You need to organize this and you need to do that. And Congresswoman Clarke is she's more deliberate. Well, you sit down and talk to these stakeholders and do this and, handle things this way. Darcel is the muscle, like strength. And and the way she approaches things, is always, kind of blows me back, like makes me sit down and go into a corner and really think, is this the right thing that I'm doing? And so that has been the thing that I think allows me to get through a lot of the noise. As we know, Lady Michelle Obama says the most important thing is to stay above the noise. But most people know me. I come from the Cardi B school of when they go low, forget going high. I go straight to hell, right? And so at the end of the day, I'm like, I don't want nobody to go no lower than me. And they, have an opportunity to pull me back out of this, because a lot of the time, what we see that's happening, whether it's attacks from the media or you showing up at a town hall and people ridiculing you about a decision that you made, or people trolling you on social media about a bill that you may have introduced. I'll never forget one time, someone wrote and left a note. No, I put it on my door. Someone wrote to me that the best ghetto bitch is a dead ghetto bitch, about bail reform. I know you've gone through your stories, Senator, or even listening on the floor. One of our colleagues say that the worst place for a Black child is in his mother's womb. I see Jamie shaking her head, because I'm sure you remember
Oh,
that
yes.
being said on the floor, right? And so these are the perspectives that we have. And so sometimes, you have to really keep it together. And then there was another conversation that we had about straightening each other's crown, right? You could look at someone and say, oh yeah, look at her, she needs to do this, she need to pull this up, she need to wear this, and she don't have on this. As opposed to coming over and saying, sis, I know, maybe you don't have, stockings for today. Here's a pair for you to put on, because that's just what's needed in that moment. As opposed to going into a corner and talking about somebody. And so we have that benefit, to be able to work with each other, or even the colleagues who are here, right? We in the lounge, and sometimes somebody's crying in the corner or somebody's fighting about a bill, and we have an ability to circle around each other to be support. Sometimes it could be a kid situation, somebody's kid, need to get picked up from school. Well, let me call my cousin, let me call my aunt. And so I think that, it's a perfect storm, having so many women who are colleagues. There's 74 women who are now in the Women's
74, yeah.
Caucus. And so this is the largest concentration of women that we've ever had. It's a large concentration of Black women, though we are losing women to men in many of these female-led seats. And they tell us that it takes women 7 times to be asked to run for office before they finally, believe in themselves. And so to all the women who are on this call, if you were ever told that you should run for office, if for no other reason, because there are other women who need to lean on you while we are going through this journey, add my name to the list of women telling you that you should run for office, because there is definitely a seat available for you. Shirley Chisholm left it here in this house for
That's
you.
right. Thank you. Assemblymember Chandler-Waterman, same question.
Knew you was going to call me. I believe the question is women working together in collaboration.
Yeah.
So I think being in collaboration and having accountability, that's what I'm hearing all my colleagues saying, because we have to do both. So I would say I had mostly males in my space when I first started, as far as elected officials in my reach. But then being in the space of politics, I was able to meet some amazing people. So Congresswoman Yvette Clarke, to Latrice's point, is someone I definitely call like a lot to speak to bounce things off of. And of course, the AG, Tish James. And I would say with Senator, with you, I remember being at a press conference. I wasn't even elected. And I'm at a press conference and said, Senator, should I put on my blazer? What should I wear? How should I look? How should you look? You'd be like, okay, do it this way. And we would whisper to each other. No one knew what was going on, right? So you were just like kind of like supporting me in that. Or I would say with Assemblywoman Latrice, Monique Walker, I like to call her, and Assemblywoman Diana Richardson. I remember how I met them. And I remember what comes up to me is like, take my good, not my bad. Diana would always say that. And Latrice would stand up for herself. And I was like, I didn't even know an elected official could say that. Like, she could be a boss here on the streets, and she could be a boss in the courtroom, and she could be a boss as an elected. And women are told like you're aggressive and you can't be all these things. So seeing her when that was like, oh, I could probably, I could do something like that. It gave me more confidence. And I remember Jamie Williams, at first, when we first met, it was on the political nonsense. And she was like, I'm straight. This is what I am, and this is who I am, and I'm not going to play and mix anything. And I learned that, it's okay to say exactly what you want, whether people like it or not. And then with Nikki Lucas, same with Nikki Lucas, I remember I was going through so many different things and I wasn't elected yet. And she was like, no, I'm going to come and help you. And I was like, no, you get in. And when you get in, then you're going to help me get in, because I don't want what happened with me to come on you. And then when she got in, she was like, I wish I had this whole big, sisterhood of welcoming. And I went in this way. Mijo was talking about it. And we actually planned it. And I didn't know I was going to be elected. I didn't know anything about even the assembly. And when I got into the assembly, she came with a whole welcoming committee for me. So that collaboration, just speaking to people and not being intimidated by each other and saying, you know what, I like this about this person, I like that about that person, and taking all those good things, it helped me be more confident in who I am in this space. And so many other women. So the collaborations is somebody's good at organizing and someone may just be good at the administrative end, and vice versa. So for us coming together, we take all our strong points and then together we all rise. A lot of people sometimes think someone's going to take something from you. The women I'm around is willing to share. Why have information you're not going to share it? Why you support? Because nobody could dim nobody's light, right? Unless that's in you mentally, right? We could all wear the same clothes. We could all just go to the same makeup artist, the same hairstyles, but we all got our own different flavor and flair. And that's how God made us. So it could be interesting. So we could be able to mix. So I would say that the space that we're in, especially in the assembly, and some people compare no slight to anybody else, that here is like university, going away to college. We're all together in Albany, and we take care of each other. I remember one time I was like, and sometimes we can't get a hotel room and we don't know where we're going to sleep. I know I have like 10 people I could call that's going to put me up for the night. And that is the sisterhood that we have shared, whether it's personal, if somebody's going through something, we tap on each other and say, what's going on? How can I help you? How can I support you? And that is what it needs to be, because we do it to strangers sometimes. When somebody's hurt on the streets, we will jump up and help and quickly help them. But sometimes we hesitate with people that we know or see. So we just have to embody that spirit. And I think that we've done a good job on the state. We're not perfect, but I think in this group, we have done a good job with that collaboration. And being the Vice Chair, Legislative Women Caucus it's like, because we bicameral, so the Democrats and Republicans, and then we love everybody. You all women. We don't care what party you are a part of, we're going to be together. So I think that took it to another level for me. So the collaboration and accountability. When you're not right, sis, that ain't right. And someone told me that we should just apologize to people, even if we don't think we did something wrong. And I was like, why am I doing that? I ain't doing nothing wrong. I was like, I'm praying. God's gonna pray for me. She said, that's an excuse. Assemblywoman Latrice Walker.
What I said was, we can be concerned about what our intentions are. If we didn't intend to hurt someone, but they felt hurt, that's how we measure the dynamic of hurtful feelings. But I also feel that feelings are temporary as well.
Yeah. But I
am glad that you were the bigger woman and you did exactly what was necessary.
And I appreciate you and I love you. So we all hold each other accountable, even when we have to just be the bigger person, even if we don't think we did something wrong, because sometimes people need that, so we could start that. Yes, I know Nikki Lucas is always preaching that. She does a lot of mediation.
So Nikki Lucas is next.
Yes.
Let me hear Nikki Lucas's answer.
I learned so much just in this space when I first got here. I came a little bit during COVID, so there wasn't a lot of people around. And when I first got here, I was like, dang, where's everybody? Who's going to tell me? I didn't even have a orientation. But then one day, I don't know if you remember this, Senator, I don't know what I had on my feet, maybe a pair of sneakers or something. And I was in the chamber and the senator came up to me and she was like, what are those? She was like, no, this is not what you wear here in the chambers. So I kind of like chuckled because even though she was correcting me, I felt like so great about it because that was the first time somebody even said anything about just what I'm supposed to do in this space. So I was like, she didn't know this. I didn't tell her that, but I remembered that forever. And so I really appreciated that. And I think from that, we have to be in a space where we can take correction and understand that it's not a cancellation.
Yeah.
And I believe in correcting, not canceling. And so, you know, this is a space that I've learned a lot. I've learned to see things through other people's lens. Just whatever's good for me or my community may not be good for somebody else. And the intention is that they're not trying to harm you. They're trying to protect themselves as well. And that's okay. I learned that no is a full sentence.
That's right. That's right. Full stop, period.
And I know Latrice doesn't remember this, but I remember just coming in and I'm sitting down, and this happened in conference. And we were talking about what was going on in the Ukraine, and the leaders, the white leaders were actually talking about doing a press conference for the Ukrainians. And I just saw that the Africans were being abused out there. And I said something about it, and I didn't see Latrice, but the one thing you know about her voice is you know it anywhere. And she's like, that's right. Okay, hello. So I felt super, super good because I was like, okay, did I do something? I said something that's okay. You know, I was afraid. That was my first time speaking in conference, speaking out. And that just told me that, okay, I did okay. I didn't do anything wrong. And those little things mean a lot. Even with Jamie, I don't know if you remember this. And Jamie and I, you know, again, we never really had like just this relationship. But I was like shocked. She called me and she's like, hey, Call said to give you a call because you need to be up here like immediately. And I was like, wait a minute. Jamie, who we never actually like necessarily had a conversation, and she actually called me, and I said to myself, you know what? If Jamie is like gonna give me a call, things aren't so bad. And just in that small amount of time, in that little bit of space, in that 1 year in 2022 when I came in, it really kind of defined how at that point I was going to perceive and receive the people that were surrounding me. And they just happened to be all women. And I thank y'all. I respect everything that you do. And listen, we're not always going to agree. And we may get into a couple of things here and there, but it doesn't have to end life. We can pick ourselves back up, embrace each other, and that's it. But the one thing I want to leave again is let's be able to correct each other without canceling. I love y'all.
Thank you. Thank you. Correct without canceling. That is important. So now this is a lightning round group of questions that came in. By the way, Assemblymember Lucas, Cinnamon is going crazy hearing your voice. Just let you know. just letting you know. So I think so. You got to make sure. Cinnamon, yes, you'll see the Assembly member tomorrow, Cinnamon. Don't worry. For those of you who don't know, Cinnamon belongs to Assembly member Walker.
Don't get Dior jealous, Senator.
So this is a quick question. And so I have a series of questions that people put on Facebook. The first one is for Assemblymember Walker. As a leader deeply connected to the community, how do you ensure that collaboration efforts remain inclusive of all voices? And that question is for Assemblymember Walker, but it's for all of you. How do you make sure that the voices, the collaborative voices, and the efforts are inclusive of all voices? We'll start with Assemblymember Walker, who the question was written for.
Good question.
Well, I'll say that I don't even, and I had to jump off and jump back on, but I don't think that's possible, right? We are human beings living human experiences. And so the likelihood that we will hear from all voices, I think puts a requirement and an expectation on us that we may not be able to live up to. However, we can make every effort in order to hear from our collective constituencies.
That's right.
Every third Saturday of the month for 10 years, I've had an advisory board meeting at my district office. We sit down, we crunch, numbers, we talk about legislation, we talk about issues within the community. And the meeting is always a different meeting, right? And so some people who may never have shown up comes there and they'll talk about things that are important to them, the environment. They may bring up an issue that we never discussed around housing and then now that we're seeing our communities changing, even the different particular groups who are coming into the office are changing as well. Like for instance, I have a building within the neighborhood that has a large number of Asian women who live in the building. And it was like, well, these are our issues. If there's a conversation around language barriers, when I grew up in Brownsville, there was like two particular groups that I knew. Either you was Puerto Rican or you was from down south. And I always remember the first person that I met who was West Indian was a sister named Fayon Walker. She and I was in the second grade together. And I thought she was from down south, right? And so now that we've noticed a lot of the demographics around the community changing there, you get to also have another layer of your voice, which is the immigrant voice, right? And now there's the conversation about, with all of the sort of placement of transitional housing and the migrant conversation. I never, like, my experience with the conversation around migrants was in the South, and folk who were coming in to work on many of the different farms, not like, you know, someone who's like living on Pickett and Rockaway. And so now you get to have a stronger voice there, even with respect to education. I didn't know, I thought I could lead on education, but it wasn't until I became a parent that you know, it was really solid. And so I say all of that to say that politics is not a spectator sport.
Nope.
It requires for both of us to engage in hand-to-hand combat, political, and I don't mean combat because I don't want to fight, but I mean just in terms of the exchange. Some things I may not know, and if I don't know, then tell me so. And the one thing that I could always promise is that I will be a great listener. And if you ever need someone to be in the legislative, political, agency based, you know, bunker with you, I will be a member of a soldier in your army. But I may not get a chance to get to everyone. I may not be able to answer every telephone call. My office may not be able to respond to every email. But we will do everything in our power to be able to exhibit the voices of all. And if you don't hear my voice, then, you know, straighten my crown, right? And then come and say, Latrice, we need you on this issue. And the one thing that I can guarantee, as long as I can look myself in the mirror, you got yourself a partner.
So there are so many questions coming in, but I know we're not going to have the chance to answer these questions. But I want to go into the ones that I said I wanted each of you to ask the other, and then when we have time, I'll come back to questions that are there that I want all of you to answer. And Dr. Lucina Clark, thank you for that comment. Yes, she said, you know, this is so important to have this dialogue. Collaboration is key. You may agree to disagree. However, showing respect and love for each other gives a sense of trust. That is so true. So thank you, Dr. Lucina Clark, for that. And so I'm going to start with Assemblymember Walker. You're going to ask a question of Assemblymember Chandler-Waterman. Okay, got it? So go ahead. You have 1 minute to ask the question, 1 minute to answer. Let's go.
In the spirit of collaboration, in the next round of redistricting, can I have Jemison Gorman in my district, please?
No, full stop.
I agree with that. No, we're keeping it. We're keeping it. All right. So, Assemblymember Lucas, you are going to ask Assemblymember Walker a question.
Okay. Oh, shoot.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Okay, while you think about it, Assemblymember Chandler-Waterman, you're going to ask Assemblymember Williams a question.
Okay. When your back is against the wall, what do you do to get refocused?
Wow.
Great question.
Wow. Okay.
What do I think? What do I do to refocus?
Yeah, when your back is against the wall.
I think of my family, and I just think of, you know, them being the number one priority in my life, and everything else comes after. So it doesn't matter how much my back is against the wall. That's my happy place. That's my peaceful space, and I thank God.
Wow. All right.
And she tells me this all the
Lucas?
time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lucas, we're back to you.
You're back to me.
Mhm.
Okay, I think this might be, if you could go back and change something about your experience in the assembly, what would it be?
Wow.
I would have bought a house in Albany. we've given a lot of money to, hotels, and we didn't turn that investment, into and turn those resources into something that we could turn around for other people. Senator Montgomery bought a home here, and I can't tell you how many generations of other elected officials and staffers and other folk who were able to, live in that house. And so it's still being paid forward. Senator DeLon, I think he did the same thing. And so I wish that I had made an investment or utilized the resources from our per diems to be able to be a safe place and a safe space for other elected officials who will come behind me.
Hey, interesting. Assemblymember Williams, you are now going to ask Assemblymember Lucas a question.
Thank you again. I would say, I know we've always had conversations around generational wealth, and it ties into what Latrice was just saying for the districts that we represent. How important is it to you to ensure that Black and Brown communities are able to carry on generational wealth? And, as a collective body of females that are elected, I think it's really important for us to stand together on this, because even though you didn't get the opportunity to purchase something here in Albany, you may purchase something in New York City. And for some of us who have children, how are we going to leave that legacy? And representing a community that has so many Black and Brown ownership, how do you see that happening, especially in your own community?
Okay, Lucas, you got all that, right?
I got it all, and I feel like I can answer.
Go ahead.
Generational wealth is extremely important. I speak about it quite a bit in the spaces that I'm in the Black Task Force, and in the Assembly. I was very intentional about a number of different committees that I selected and thankfully granted to be on: economic development, labor, energy, housing, health. I'm forgetting something, but one of the things we have to secure is education, to be able to teach our kids the relationship with themselves, with finances, how we can grow those things. I've invested in a lot of community-based organizations that's something that they teach. I also believe that we should make sure that we are giving the same amount of attention to homeowners that we do to tenants. I have secured some things for my district that will be coming soon. And anyone can join me with that, just to make sure that attorneys are focusing on homeowners across the board, not just those who are looking to buy a home. We have programs that we're running now as well, but also for those who are looking to maintain their homes. And then I think it's important that we educate the next generation of those who have inherited things on how to manage those things. Oftentimes, they don't even know the value of what they have, and they sell it off with no issues whatsoever. And so, because they don't understand the relationship and the value of what they're selling off, they don't understand the long-term impact of being able to do that, and where they would be in long term. Their vision and is not that long, and we have to really build capacity for our community, and we have to build capacity for the vision of our community as well. And so with an investment in those things, making sure that they have legal representation, because just because you own a house, that doesn't mean that you're rich, right? In the education piece of it all, really being able to identify the relationship with money, home ownership opportunities. And then also, home ownership doesn't mean just a house. It could be a co-op. It could be a condo. Things that are starters. Just being able to build more opportunities for our college graduates, new parents, just whole families. Also being able to see what opportunities are available for those who have subsidies. You don't necessarily have to rent an apartment with Section 8. You could buy a house. And really turn those opportunities into something. So for me, it's about really educating, building capacity, and empowering people with the tools that they need to protect themselves. And then we also have to pay attention to our senior population, so that they are not preyed upon, and that we're protecting, and that we're advocating collectively. That's why working together as women, working together as elected, and working together as Black people is extremely important in advancing our voices to say, we're not going to tolerate this. And I think that the Attorney General, Tish James, is doing an amazing job. And I know that for a fact because there's a few people that I've personally referred over to that office that is really taking time to investigate, look into a lot of these cases where deed theft has happened, third-party transfers, and not only represent those folks, but also to get their properties back. And so these are some of the things that I think that we can do on this level. It's going to take so much work because there's so much damage that has been done. But if we work collectively and support each other in these spaces, I think it makes it a lot easier. And I hope that answered your question.
Well, thank you for that. I'm looking at our time, and I have run a show here that I have to follow also. So I just want to, before I ask each of you to give a closing statement, I want to. Someone asked a question. It says, and it's for all of you. If you could just quickly give us an answer. As a woman of influence, what's the most profound advice you've received from an influential woman in your life? What advice have you received from any woman, influential woman in your life? It could be your mom, your grandmother, a teacher who told you, you're going to be the best thing since sliced bread. Tell me.
I'll take that one.
Go ahead.
It's from my mother. My mother just always told me to be kind. You show yourself friendly, and people will show themselves friendly to you. And that's the bridge and the start of opening and building a relationship. Just be kind.
Thank you. Anyone else?
No. I wouldn't say that this is the most, but I remember like most influential, but this is the first thing that popped into my head. Mm-hmm. It was Lystra Collis, who I'm sure some of you know Miss Lystra.
Yes.
Miss Lystra said to me, we were talking about beauty and looks and who's pretty and who's this and who's that. And she says, Latrice, I'll tell you like my mother told me, you may not be the most beautiful woman in the room, but you are attractive. And that's what's beauty, like the perception of beauty. Everybody has their own way of thinking about what's beautiful. But when you come into a room, you allow yourself to understand how attractive you are, and you hold your head high based on that, right? And just command the room. And that to me, was everything, because a lot of times I would step into a room and I would, try to go into another place because everyone else was so this and so that. And I'm like, you know what? I have to let my own true beauty shine through. And so that's what Miss Lystra gave to me. You don't have to be beautiful.
Miss in her heels. In her heels. Yes. Yes. So, anyone else?
My grandmother will always say, just because you have education doesn't mean you're smart, right? Common sense is not common to everybody. Everybody doesn't have common knowledge. So my grandmother didn't have a formative education. My grandfather didn't, but he was a masonry. He used the measuring tape. I never knew that if he could read or write. My grandmother used to make us return those bottles, and you get a receipt, and it's like we was 1 penny off when we went to the supermarket. She knew how to count that money, and she did not go to school. So it was like common sense was a big thing in my family. So even though I may have my math and I have this, I don't leave like I got all this education. Like, do you have problem solving skills? Can you do critical thinking? Do you have common sense? Like that takes you far along within and sometimes further than the education part. So I learned that as well, because sometimes people feel like imposter syndrome, like we don't belong in spaces.
Yeah.
But just having that common sense, and even to what Latrice said about what beauty and attractiveness means, everybody got something with them, but a common sense. That's all I heard growing up. You better have common sense. And the last thing I would say, she said, it's like almost like choose a struggle. You can't have an attitude and fail in school. Like, so she was like, choose a struggle. You have an attitude, you better have 90. You're gonna have a 60, you better have a positive attitude. So what I took for that is use your best assets and your strengths and make it work for you.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess it's me.
Yeah.
So for me, I think life is ever changing, right? And the one thing that makes us grow could be someone else's critique about us, and not taking that in a negative way, but taking that and really seeing that in a positive way. Because even though we are elected, that doesn't make us the expert. That's why we are here together as a panel, as sisters, supporting each other. And sometimes, in the community, they think we are the experts. No, we're not the experts. That's why, we have the community, and we need to hear from people from the community so that we can work together. And sometimes, they might be the expert in something that teaches us something. So that's how I feel, always, being patient, being respectful. And, when you think there's a negative critique coming, it's not always negative, but taking that negativity and turn it into something positive.
And it is, yeah. When life gives you lemon, make lemonade.
Yes.
So now I am going to close with this, and then I'll give each of you a minute to just give a closing comment. And this is from Bishop Barker for all of us. And she said, this is a word of encouragement. You are all chosen for such a time as this. Walk boldly into your assignment, knowing that God has entrusted you with influence to bring justice, wisdom, and compassion to those you serve. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Jeremiah 29:10. Do not grow weary in doing good. The work you do is impactful, and your perseverance will yield results in due season. Thank you, Bishop Marks.
Can you make a copy of that and send that to us?
I would definitely will. If Lauren or Lauren could copy it, and I'll have her email it to all of you. I know Lauren is hearing me, or Dennis, or one of them could copy it, and they will do that. But you will definitely have this. And for those of you, if you don't know who Bishop Marks is, it's also Dr. Bishop Barker of Consuming Fires Ministry. So just from that, and this is really amazing. So thank you, Bishop Marks, for that. That's amazing. So this is awesome. This is awesome. This is what we do. And, again, as we're talking about the impact and change, conversation, community collaboration, this was a great conversation we had this evening. I wish we can continue for longer, but our time is coming to an end. And just I want to remind everyone again, alone we plan, together we build wonders. Just remember that. Alone we plan, but together we build wonders. So I'm going to ask each of you to give a 1-minute wrap up. And I'm going to start with Assemblymember Lucas.
I knew it was going to be me. Well, for starters, again, thank you, Senator, for putting this together. And I hope that we can do much more of this. I think that the community appreciates just being able to humanize us as electives. I think that that's a great thing. I do want to also thank everybody for those who took the time out to get on this call, this Zoom, Facebook at this time. Thank you for sharing this space with us. And then I just want to again just leave folks. Listen, we're going to make mistakes. We are absolutely human, but we are here to represent the voices of the communities in which we have experienced, grew up with. I'm thankful to God that most things that I advocate for or can really support are things that I've personally experienced. Just being able to grow up in this community. My father brought us to Brooklyn in like the late 70s. And, I was practically a baby. And we came from the Bronx, Mitchell houses. A lot of people don't know that, for a better life. And that better life meant so much. It wasn't just about finances. It was about spiritual growth, emotional growth, mental growth. And in the process and in that journey, I've met a lot of great people, some of who are on this a call right now, or Zoom, or whatever you want to call it. So I just want to say thank you to the community. Thank you, and I ask that you keep us all up in prayer. And just, be easy on us sometimes. And remember what I said earlier, please just correct us without canceling us. All right. And I love y'all, and I love my community. So, and I love my job.
Yep. Thank you very
thank
much.
you.
Assemblymember Chandler-Waterman.
I knew she was going to call me too. It's a tone in your voice that you give. Don't play poker. Thank you so much, Sunday. Really, I always and I remember, and I say this to all my colleagues: is where's the adults in this space? Sometimes, who is the leaders that's going to bring us together? Who is making sure we hold people accountable in spaces? And I thank you for bringing us into this space together. I think at the time right now we're in session. We're away from our family in Albany. There's budget fights that we're having. There's re-election fights that people are having. It's a lot of fights that's happening. So it's good to be in a space where we could take a break from all of that and just be our true self in a safe space. And I felt, even though this is shared with all of Facebook, I feel safe in this space for us to talk, because we are all strong women in our own right, but we all need support. And I will always say, just check in on your strong people in your life, because people think that, you appear strong, everything is good, everything is always good. And this was a check-in without making people feel like, it was a check-in. So, Sandra, I know you always have a way of doing that. They can take it back. I had the privilege of going to Guyana with you and meeting your family, and heard about how you're the matriarch of the family, and you took that from your aunt. And you always embody her spirit and her energy. So thank you for bringing it, because it was at a time like this, we really need it. So, and I always say, one thing stood with me when I was growing up is a Bible verse: cast all your fears on him, for he cared for you. I want us to all bring that. And this is an exact example of my motto. It's not an I thing, it's a we thing. And we deserve to be served, right? So thank you so much. Yes, and this is the love of our community. We love you. We're all doing this for the passion of our community, and I love our community, and that's what keeps us going. That's what helps us refocus that in our family and God's grace and glory. So thank y'all so much.
Thank you very much, Assemblymember Williams.
Well, I mean, everything is related, right? And I would have to say, in this life, having the role that we have as women, representatives representing our community, sometimes it's a lot. And I just want to say that sometimes, there can be tough times as well. And sometimes it's okay to come out of that comfort zone and take a stance, right? Because each of our community is quite different. And that doesn't mean that, one is better than the other. so sometimes, standing up may look different to others. And, people sometimes like to create that narrative, like, oh, this person is this person is that. And I would say, like, I don't care about that narrative, but sometimes we have to ask people to be honest to themselves, right? So instead of hearing from third party, you know what, you so want to hear about the elected official or why they did this or why they did that, why they took this stand, why they did that stand, you know, go to them directly and have that one-on-one conversation, right? So it's not like, okay, so it's like you want to hear about me, but you don't want to hear from me directly, because each and every one of us here on this Zoom this afternoon, community may have different needs, and that may look very differently across the board. But there may be some commonalities, but standing together strong and supporting each other is very, very important. And sometimes the narrative, which is the background noise, you just have to let it be background noise, because at the end of the day, you have to remember, each and every one for the work that they're doing for our community. And that's fine.
Thank you. Assemblymember Walker.
I'm not
Walk
even
with Walker.
sure. I'm not walk with Walker, right? Well, continue to walk with Walker. But in terms of closing, I think that this was a lot of fun. I agree that I felt like, we were all just sort of sitting in the living room, watching Beyond the Gates. And which I think is an amazing show sponsored by the NAACP. But I would say that in my closing remarks in honor of Women's History Month, I would say, to the women, of course, thank you for all of your support over the years, for helping me, raise my daughter into a new burgeoning, young woman. She's in the 10th grade now, and we're looking at colleges, and I can't even believe that, because there was a point in time where I couldn't even imagine motherhood for myself. And continue to, just be the rock. There's an African proverb that I've heard that when you strike the woman, you strike the rock. I think it's South African. And um, and so I would just say though that someone came into my office the other day, because we as women, we have so many roles and titles that we do. And if they see one thing going wrong, I want to start an organization doing X, Y, and Z, when there may be other groups and folk who have organizations doing that. And, but it's like, okay, have you done this before? And what is this? And tell me what you need, and what's your ask, and where's your proposal? Do you have things put together in place? And usually the answer to that is no, I'll get back to you. And so I will say, this is the year of the woman. This is the year of our greatest success. We're about to have a woman governor, a woman lieutenant governor, a woman attorney general, and we can keep on coming down the line. But we have to get our ass together. And that's ASK, not the other thing. And so so I'll just close on those remarks. Let's get our ass together.
Well, thank you all very much. And you spoke about it. Remember, collaboration multiplies talent. It does not divide it. Remember that. So when you talk about those, everybody wants to do stuff. Sometimes we have to pause and say, yeah, let's not reinvent the wheel. Let's join forces. And it takes us a long way. I just want to say thank you to everyone who has joined us this evening, whether you joined us on Facebook Live, whether you're sitting here with us on Zoom. And let me tell you, the people who joined us, they stuck it out. They're here, Facebook and Zoom, they stuck it out. And so we appreciate you taking the time. You could have been doing anything else, but you wanted to listen to us. Remember, as elected officials, we are just like you. We are human. We make mistakes. We want you to correct us, as our colleague said, correct us, but don't cancel us. Look at what we're doing. Evaluate us. Speak with us. You can approach us. You can, contact us in any way. Never be disrespectful to us. That's all we ask. We are here because we are servants of the community. And we have decided to do this because we want to make sure our communities are going to be better when we walk out of it than when we walked into it. I want to say thank you to my staff here in Albany, Dennis, Michelle, and Lauren. And they're the ones doing behind the scenes. They're the ones who contacted all of you. They're the ones who put everything together. Thank you to all of them for everything that they've done, and making sure that everything went smoothly this evening. To everyone again, I say thank you. Consuming Fires, thank you again. There's people putting all these prayers on for us. Because as I just saw, somebody said, Esther in the Bible, for such a time as this, speak up and show love. Thanks again. That's Dr. Clark saying that. Yes, we must speak up. Our voices will not be silent. The time for that has passed. We are now empowered women, and we know why we are here, and we will continue to show you why you've placed your trust in us and placed us in the positions that we are in. So I want to say thank you to everyone as we continue to celebrate Women's History Month. Remember, when we join hands, burdens become bridges. And we want to continue to build bridges. We can all throw down the burdens and build bridges. Thank you to all of our constituents for your continued support. And we look forward to continuing to serve you and to represent you. We're here in Albany. It's budget time. We know the budget is due on April 1st. We are fighting to ensure that the needs of our communities are going to be met in the budget. Just remember, we all have to manage expectations. We're fighting for everything that we are asking for, but we understand there are limitations, but we will continue to fight. Each of you deserves what we're fighting for. So thank you to all of my colleagues. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the hallway. Assemblymember Williams, Assemblymember Chandler-Waterman, Assemblymember Lucas, and Assemblymember Walker. Thank you all for being here this evening. This has been fun, 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 and we will continue this conversation offline. Have a great evening, everyone. And again, to everyone who joined us, thank you for your support. I'm Senator Roxanne Persaud saying bye-bye from